Today I'm gonna show you how you can sound just like The Weeknd. We're gonna be remaking K-pop's instrumental in vocals, so hit that like button and enjoy the ride. Here's a quick preview of how it's gonna sound.
You know I'm rolling my face off. You know I'm high up the K-pop, rubbing off on your body. All you girls you gon' take off. Saw the friends we gon' party.
So first of all, for the project, we start with the drums of this song, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't lose too much time looking for the perfect drums. I just got some similar toms and then actually sampled 2 or 3 samples for the original song. So let's go one by one. First, we have the first tom that sounds like this. Then you have a clap, a second tom, and a second clap. We should get this groove. Then I added these 2 extra toms that go like this. I just layered them together, they sound like this. Right? And the full drums should go like this. It. Ooh. It. Ooh. Moving on, we need the intro sample. It's a vocal chop that sounds something like this. Okay, obviously I also sampled this from the original track because it's pretty much impossible to find the exact same sample in this world of music sample libraries, right? Or sample packs. So for the sake of the tutorial, I just sampled that out, but of course I could have taken a bit more time and try to do this with my own voice. Right, so intro sample with the drums. Groove comes in. Ooh. Then we need a guitar. I found this guitar sample here in one of my sample packs. It goes like this. Then I recreated the melody from the original track and it sounds like this. This didn't seem to be enough, so I added 2 extra layers, one being this guitar cut noise from Flex that sounds like this. And the third one, an electric guitar, also from Flex. The 3 of them together with the drums. Then next logical thing we needed to do was to add some pads, and I made these ones in Serum, okay? I just opened an init preset and added a analog BD sign, shaped the LFO, added a filter, and then just a bit of reverb, chorus, and hyperdimension, right? Feel free to copy this preset. And it sounds like this. It gives it a nice vibe, atmospheric vibe. For the pad and the guitar, I actually didn't add anything for the pad. Then for the guitar, I just added a fruity EQ to take off the lows and the highs. And then I added a Camel Crusher, which is a distortion plugin that I love, just to make it sound a bit stronger, right? I can show you the guitar without. So this is the guitar without Camel Crusher. Then with. Okay, it also makes it a bit louder. I should have done some gain staging, but you get the point. Don't forget that you can get all my projects and vocal presets in the link down in the description. And if you need help with your music projects or your vocals, hit me up on my socials or through my email for one-on-one online music classes. So now let's get an 808. An attack kick on top of the 808 for extra punchiness. This is without. And then with. For the 808, I just use sausage fattener for distortion and the glue to compress a bit of the higher notes. So because some of the notes sound a bit higher in volume than others. So this is without anything. And then with distortion and the compression. Okay, it does sound a bit more distorted, which I honestly love, right? Everything together, and this is what we got. Really groovy. This track really brings out that Brazilian funk kind of genre. It works so great with The Weeknd, and also for this song in particular with Bad Bunny and Travis Scott. Last thing we need is our vocals, and I recorded them using my voice, as you can see on this TikTok right here.
No, I'm rolling my face off. No, I'm higher than K-pop, rubbing off on your body.
This is how they sounded raw.
You know I'm rolling my face off. You know I'm higher than K-pop, rubbing off on your body. All you girls you gon' take off. Saw the friends we gon' party.
And then with some effects on them.
You know I'm rolling my face off. You know I'm higher than K-pop, rubbing off on your body. All you girls girls you gon' take off. Saw the friends we gon' party.
By the way, guys, the vocal presets that I use for these vocals are similar to the ones that I use on my other videos, and they contain paid plugins, so I made a specific stock plugin only version of this project that you can download down in the description. So all I did here was send the dry vocals to my main vocal preset, which is that I use in most of my videos, and what it contains is just EQ, a de-esser, some auto-tune for the picture correction, also a glue compressor to tame it down a little bit, Camel Crusher for distortion. I love this plugin. Sound Godizer once again for distortion. This is a native FL1. And then I just got two more compressors, one from Ozone. It's called a vintage compressor, and the other one is free. It's OTT, everyone knows this, and it's an amazing plugin. And then just a few more EQs to boost up the eyes and cut off extra added frequencies on the low end, right? The magic trick that I did here to sound closer to the Weeknd, even though I'm not sure if I really succeeded, was to add 4 different reverb and delay buses. All right, so let's go one by one. I'm gonna take off all the reverb from this vocal, and it sounds like this.
You know I'm rolling my face off. You know I high up the K-pop.
So let's see it in the context of the song.
You know I'm rolling my face off. You know I high up the K-pop.
Okay, then with all the reverbs turned on, it sounds like this.
You know I'm rolling my face off. You know I high up the K-pop. Rubbing off on your body.
Bit more spatial and send it to the back, just like the Weeknd. Right, let's go one by one on these buses. So the first reverb bus is just my usual reverb bus. It contains FabFilter Pro R, and this is the reverb that I automate right here. So it sounds like this.
You know I'm rolling my face off. You know I high up the K-pop.
Not a really strong reverb, but I automated to come up when I stop singing. So in the silence parts, that gives a nice effect. It's a technique called sidechain reverb. I think I have one video on my channel about that, but it's probably really old. So you might cringe a little bit, right? Then moving on to the second bus, this is our second reverb bus, right? Which I'm gonna show at the end, because this is the last trick that I use to make it sound like the Weeknd. So the third bus is the delay bus, which I usually also use on my songs. I'm actually gonna move it to the left. Okay, so reverb using Pro R, and then delay using Echo Boy. And this sounds really, really low in the song. It goes like this.
My face off. You know I high up the K-pop.
Okay, this is just a delay soloed. It's just a repetition of the vocal. You can barely hear it. I'm gonna play with it on.
You know I'm rolling my face off. You know I high up the K-pop. Rubbing off on your...
Okay, so it just repeats the vocal with a bit of delay and really, really low. Then the third one is reverb plus delay bus, and I don't know what I did here. I don't know why I did this, but I was trying to make the Weeknd vocal way more spatial. So I added serum effects, which is unusual. So let's start adding this one by one. So serum effects with just delay and hyper dimension. So this is without.
You know I'm rolling my face off.
Then I have the serum effects.
You know I'm rolling my face off.
You can barely hear the difference. I'm gonna take off the other reverbs. Okay, so this is the dry signal with no effects on it.
You know I'm rolling my face off. You know
okay, then we add serum effects.
You know I'm rolling my face off.
And it sends the vocal a bit more to the sides, and it makes it a bit more metallic. Then I add a fruity reverb with the dry reduced and the reverb at 48%, and this will gonna make it sound a bit more in the back.
You know I'm rolling my face off.
Okay, so this is part of the Weeknd effect, and then I add another delay, fruity delay too, just to repeat it a bit. Okay, it sounds a bit confusing here, but then in the song, it's really low in volume, so it's not that noticeable. It's just to give it a bit more ambience and to fulfill it a bit more, right? So this is how it sounds.
You know I'm rolling my face off. You know I high up the K-pop. Rubbing off on your body. All you girls you gon'...
And then the last one is, once again, to make it sound a bit spatial, just like the Weeknd. And this is just the same technique. So a fruity reverb with the dry reduced a bit and a bit of wet signal on it. So without it, it goes like this.
You know I'm rolling my face off.
And then with...
You know I'm rolling my face off. You know I high up the...
So the vocal is not as much in the middle. It goes a bit to the sides, but not too much, because then we would have phasing problems, and especially when playing in mono speakers. All right, so I'm gonna show this last one in the context of the song. So first it goes like this, without the last reverb.
Off on your body. All you girls you gon' take off. Saw the friends we gon' party.
So the vocal's in the middle. Now let's put it on.
Off on your body.
Goes a bit more to the side. Without.
Saw the friends we gon' party. This ain't some little yachty. We gon' fuck till we see it. You my bad little.
That is it, guys. Let's listen to the final result.
You know I'm rolling my face off. You know I high up the K-pop. Rubbing off on your body. All you girls friends, we gon'